Right, good morning, year two. Welcome to your English lesson for this morning. We are finishing off the week by creating, as we always do before we write our big text, is our toolkit. We are creating our toolkit so that when we get to writing our poems, we'll have all these great things that we can pull out of our toolkit, a spanner of adjectives, a wrench of adverbs. It's sad that I can't think of more tools, but that's where we're at. Okay, let's move on. So to create our writer's toolkit, we need to know the story, okay? Because we're going to use the story to help create our writer's toolkit. So I'm just going to remind you of the poem, okay? Run to the hilltop, race to the sea, fly across the cornfields, you can't catch me. When the autumn calls, I blow the leaves. When winter creeps, I make you sneeze. Run to the hilltop, race to the sea, fly across the cornfields, you can't catch me. In summer, I chase the clouds away so you can have a sunny day. I tickle blossoms in the spring till they bloom bright and you sing. Run to the hilltop, race to the sea. I am the wind. You can't catch me. Okay, so we know how our writer's toolkit works by now. You've got two jobs. Your first job is to put it into that structure, beginning, middle, and end. Now, a lot of us have already done that on Teams. So if you are accessing Teams, don't worry about doing that necessarily, but you can refer back to your previous assignment if you need to remind yourself of how to structure that out, okay? The more important thing today is really focusing on getting those great words into different sections to help you, okay? So big ones to remember are your vocabulary words: blossom, tickle, chases, creeps, cornfields, autumn. Those like really key words that help tell the story and give that imagery, really put in your mind what is happening in that story, okay? Rather than just walk to the hilltop or I don't know, swim in the sea. They like really think about what words will have a better effect, more interesting, in-depth words. And that's what I'm asking you to do today. Okay, so like I said, you can do beginning, middle, and end. You don't have to, okay? What I want to focus on is this, right? So you have your vocabulary words, your adjectives, your expanded noun phrases, and your conjunctions. All right, they're your big ones. I'm going to add another one in there, and in your assignment it's there as well, which is adverbs, okay? So can you find any in the poem that you can just put in straight away? But more importantly, what can you put in? What do you know? What adjectives do you think will fit really well for this poem when you come to write it? What expanded noun phrases, okay? So maybe you could take those adjectives that you come with and put them into an expanded noun phrase about the hilltop, about the sea, whatever you want, okay? You've got the poem there to help you, right? This is where you need to use your creativity and think about all those wow words that we have learned. Look back at your vocabulary work, look back at your reading and all the words we've learned from there. What really interesting words, you know, seeing descriptions like the nice this and the kind that. It's lovely, but it's what we're looking for is more sophisticated words. Words that when I read, I'll go, whoa, okay, this person, man, they know their stuff, all right? So really think about, how can I make this interesting? What words can I include? For conjunctions, okay, that's thinking about not just the coordinating conjunctions, not just and, but, or, so. What are those more interesting conjunctions that we talked about a couple of weeks ago that you could include? And maybe what I would recommend is practice doing a sentence with one of those conjunctions in. So for example, if you wanted to use because, where could you fit that into your poem? Okay, so when the autumn calls, I blow the leaves because they are dying and they fall to the floor. Okay, so just add in extra detail, all right? You don't have to confine yourself to just small sentences like here. This is the base that you can then go off and retell it in a more interesting, more fascinating, more intricate way. All right. I'm using a lot of big words, but that's just to make it clear to you how important it is to see those really, really impressive words. Okay. Because when it comes to writing our poem up next week, I don't want to just read 60 versions of just run to the hilltop, run to the green hilltop. Like, yeah, I get it. We're running hilltop. You think of those synonyms, okay? From yesterday's work, I did see some people did that and changed some of the words. So instead of run to the hilltop, it was like dash to the hilltop, or I ran fast. That's a great adverb, fast or quickly, okay? I'm saying a lot, just go off any assignment. What I've done, because boxes like this we've learned don't work, is I've just put them as headings. So you've got vocabulary, adjectives, expanded noun phrases, conjunctions, and adverbs. Okay, so under each one, can you please put the words that you want to use, and at least one or two in each of those sections, can you put them into a sentence? Okay, so sort of 2 jobs. Come up with those really interesting things that you want to use, and then practice putting a couple into a sentence. That is your main job today. The whole point of this is next week, you won't be sat there struggling to write out your poem in full, because you'll have all these words in your bank ready to go. All right, that's your job for today. Can't wait to see you do that assignment. If you're not able to access Teams, don't worry, just write them out on a piece of paper and send them in to year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com. All right, and I'll see you this afternoon, everyone. Thanks, bye.